Hello, everybody. I have one interesting story to tell us, to share with people. The story is a long time ago, 30 years back to the time I was living Croatia. The Croatia maybe most people don't know, but doesn't matter. It's ex-Yugoslavia. I have two young high school, just graduate from high school friend, female friend. I still remember their name. One is Marina, another one name is Neves. They are from the small town. It's not small town in Croatia. It's second largest town in the coast area named Split. We were very good friends one period and hanging out together, eating, drinking in the bar, and so on and so on. But one day, Neves very sorry my English, she's very sad. She wants to suicide. We were shocked. We tried to help her. I found a reason, simple reason, because their parents wants to divorce. And this is not, I think in States it's not a big deal, but in Croatia maybe, especially for the young 18 years old girl, don't have much experience, and she cannot accept this kind of shocking. Of course, we are trying to help her. She was not so sad after all. She's fine. And from that day, I start to little notice those kind of information about suicide. Then I slowly discover Japanese is one of the terrible, lots of people suicide. There are over 30,000 every year. It's about 100 people suicide per day. That's terrible shock. And then one of the most famous suicide area, it's outside of Tokyo, one forest. Lots of Japanese, mostly young people, going there to suicide. In that area is like famous in Japan. Of course, suicide has lots of reasons. Mostly people a little bit younger. They lost a lover, they have this reason, that reason, whatever. It's like Neves' parents wants to divorce, and so on and so on. Somebody maybe lost money, or they own lots of money, borrowed from money they couldn't return, for maybe they calculate for the lifetime. Their life has no hope. That's finished. Like they don't want to live anymore. So all kind of reason. And then I find it in most countries they have also suicide rescue phone to help, but maybe not very much useful, maybe, because somebody wants suicide, they have their own mind, own thinking. They're desperate, don't want to live anymore. They think life is finished. Maybe some reason we really cannot help, but somehow the reason is possible to help. For example, that one lost dear lover. She or he thinking that the lover, what they have, is the best in the world. Of course, that's impossible. But they're brand, and then maybe they're young, some whatever reason. is. Then slowly, because I'm not professional to research this, when they are discovered, oh, I thought Japanese is number one in the world, suicide. Then I discovered, oh, I'm Chinese, by the way. China is number 7, is more than Japan. And then I discovered, wow, Korea is number 2. More than China and Japan. They are number 2 for the suicide number of the people from their country. Of course, number 1 is is very strange. Okay, it's Greenland. But Greenland is very few people live there. It's isolated, it's frozen, it's a very lonely area. So I don't think it's very important because it's very small people population live there. But Japan, China, Korea is heavily populated, and it's very, very anxious to making economic progress, getting better. So people has lots of stress, all kind of reason, whatever. Then I'm thinking, people need help then, because not too much medium to report those things. At that time, I'm very concentrated making documentary movie. And one day I'm thinking, why I'm not establish some way to helping, to establish a camp, to asking people, if you just want to die, okay. Before that, before you're doing this, give me a call. Let me see if I can do something, because I'm thinking some reason you can help. For example, that one lost $1 million. They're thinking never able to make this money back to giving some people borrow or whatever. So they don't have any hope, any way for thinking any future for themselves. So they want suicide. But if we make one TV program, it's reality show, let public notice this. If the reality show with lots of audience, and that $1 million is not big deal. I give $10, that one give $5, that one give $20. You raise up $1 million. You help that person, and maybe more. And the other way, for example, that one because lost lover, she or he thinking that is the best one, never will meet someone like this again. So they don't want to live anymore. But if it's TV show, of course, there were million views, million people watching that TV program. Somebody will volunteer, say, okay, I like that one. I will be your lover because I'm perfect. What do you think in your last one? All these good parts, quality parts, I do have. For example, I'm good looking, I have money, I'm very generous, I'm very good, etc., etc. So this way, good for TV program too, because this is a real reality show. The program can always choosing someone you can help, and it's not somebody like me. I'm not powerful, but public is powerful. Lots of people together is powerful. We can help, we can do lots of things. And that's, I think, will be ever interesting, never in the TV. This would be very, very interesting. I think it's good for audience, good for rescue people, it's good for TV station, good for this program, good for everybody. It's interesting, it's exciting even. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I ever have chance in my life to make this wish to be true, to make those kind of program. But I don't give up just. Maybe that's why I'm put on the YouTube to see maybe some people have better idea, more opinion. Maybe we can in some way, somehow to start, not necessarily in the United States, because lots of law to limit, people don't want to take risk. But I can go in many other countries to do this. And I've been traveling around. I know lots of countries can be interesting to do this too. But as I say, I'm not powerful. I'm alone is not powerful. I wish lots of people to help, to doing together, to make our life to be more useful, more interesting. Because you're doing something to help, you always can satisfy yourself. It's not necessary to get some return, but you will feel it yourself is useful for the society, right? So, sorry, my English is very, very poor, but I think you probably understand this. There's no very complicated. You can understand, right? Because I most times speak to foreigner. I'm foreigner too. It's not my native language, but it's all right. We can always try to communicate. Okay, thank you. Please, if you feel interesting, contact me. Leave the message. Let's talk about it. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, happy holiday. Bye-bye.